What is up, folks? I'm Dev, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today I'm going to be reviewing Tiger Knight. So this is an early access game created by the Chinese developers Oasis Games. It's just released on Steam and it's free to play. And I can hear you ask, is it pay to win? And the answer is kinda. Basically, you can buy gold, which is what you use to buy new equipment, but you can only unlock that equipment if your troop level is the right level. You can also boost your XP gain by becoming a VIP, but that's only 30%, so it's not too bad. Plus, as you'll see, this game has quite a high skill cap. So if you're good enough at the game, you can still beat the people who have paid hundreds of pounds. I've played this game for about 8 hours, and I'm going to break it up into sections and give it a rating. First up, it's the graphics. This game is actually really good looking for a free-to-play game. They have adapted the Unreal 3 engine to create some great looking battle scenes. It's very reminiscent of Total War. There's nice weather effects, and the maps have got some very nice features and terrain for you to explore. I particularly like the boat map. Looks brilliant when you're running across there. The player models and textures are great, and they have put a lot of effort into replicating real-life armor and weapons. It's very much like Mount & Blade in that sense. Now, the game looks especially nice when it runs on DirectX 11, but due to it being in early access, there's still some bugs, and it seems to drop back into DirectX 9 on its own when you join a game, but even still, it still looks great on DX9. The frame rate is great as well for an early access game. There are one or two areas where the frame rate drops, like in the Epic War Game mode that's on your screen now, but this is all still being worked on and improved. The interface is nice and crisp. Ignoring the complexity of the menu system, you are given a lot of good information on each of the screens, so there's plenty to take in, fiddle and tweak. There's plenty of micromanagement in there. Overall, I'd like to give the graphics 19 dev points. Now onto the audio. The in-game sounds are absolutely spot on. You can hear the clash of swords, the thud of metal on wood when you block an attack, your troops scream and rally into battle, and in a large fight it's absolute chaos as you'd expect. The music, however, is a little bit intrusive, but luckily you can turn that off in-game. In the menu, you just have to live with it. I'll give it 6 dev points for the audio. Next, we're on to gameplay. First of all, the combat. The combat in this game is fantastic. Simply think of Mount & Blade, but online and in a Total War battle. You can swing or block in any of 4 directions and charge your attacks for increased damage. Swinging in multiple directions, one after another, can perform sort of cool combos. You can charge to escape threats or just to use your men as bowling pins. These can be done also on horseback as well, including the executions, which is very cool. There are different types of weapons, and each one will do damage differently depending on the armor type, so strategy is key, and you need to make sure you pick your opponents and weapons correctly, as well as trying not to get mobbed. Now onto content. There are so many weapons, armor, troops, lieutenants, horses, I literally couldn't explain them all to you. The armor is broken down into cloth, leather and metal, and the weapons are split into slashing, piercing and crushing damage. The armor and weapons can have different combinations of damage and resistance, so you get 4 pieces of armor, 4 weapons. If you're using a shield and sword, for example, this will take up 2 weapon slots. All armor and weapons have weights, which affects mobility, so the customization of your character that's possible is crazy. You unlock new gear through a progression system that, again, allows for a lot of choice and variety. So as you unlock gear for your troops, you actually also unlock it for yourself, and you can equip it that way. There's 3 houses to choose from, all which have their own specialities, and Rome is apparently coming soon. Now for the game modes, Outside of training and the tutorial, there are actually 3 game modes at the moment, with one more coming out soon. We're not sure what that is. There's 2 PvP and 1 PvE. So first there's a command mode. This is essentially a 5v5 arena mode. You get 1 life, and your team has to kill the enemy general or wipe the enemy team. As you only get 1 life in this mode, strategy is key. You need to make sure that you don't die and everyone's at full force for that final big battle. There are a number of camps which, if taken over, can provide benefits such as health boosts, extra ammo, or more troops. Then there's a duel mode, which is a 12v12 team deathmatch. Here you don't have your troops or your lieutenant, and the first team to 80 kills wins. This is a really good mode to practice your combat skills or 1v1 against other players. And finally, the PvE mode, Epic War. Here, 5 players work together to try and siege an NPC castle. Throughout the whole match, you only get 1 life. First of all, you have to battle off against 5 other generals, which is really fun, and it gives you lots of good rewards for doing that. Overall, I'm going to give the gameplay 23 dev points. That's a grand total of 84 dev points. That's pretty good.
Hey, that's pretty good.
My overall verdict, this game is really fun. I've been waiting for something like this for quite a while. Basically, Mountain Blade Online is essentially what it is. With it being an early access, hopefully it'll just get better over time. Like I say, it's free to play, so I highly recommend that at least you give it a try. You never know, you might really enjoy it. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little review. If you do want to see more of these videos, just hit that like button and let me know in the comments section. I'll definitely be doing more videos on Tiger Knights, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. And as a prize for making it this far through the video, here's a little cinematic I made using the in-game replay system that they've got.